Well, after a string of problems with our tired old Cook Strait ferries, we're still no closer to a decision on how the government plans to replace them. And that is because before negotiating a new deal, the Finance Minister has to do some deal-making with her own coalition partners.
There you go.
Here's Jenna again.
When the Aratiri ran aground in June, the shiver that was running up the spines of passengers spread all the way to the Beehive. Just 6 months earlier, the Finance Minister made the call to cancel the contract for replacement ferries, known as the iRex project, due to cost overruns. And still, we have no idea when or if any new ships will be ordered.
I think there should be a rule in politics that you are not allowed to stop or cancel something until you have a replacement sorted out, whatever it is. You know, like, I know we're not talking about American politics, but, you know, Donald Trump is brilliant at going, I'm going to have a much better healthcare system than Obamacare. What is it going to be? You'll see. When they tried to get it cancelled last time he was in, and, you know, John McCain did the famous thumbs down, he didn't have anything sorted out as to what would be next. So you can't actually vote on how is this going to be better. So I think they should put an official or unofficial rule in that if you're going to stop something, you need to have the replacement ready to go for the public to know. The public needs to go, yes, we're with you, National. Yes, we're with you, Labor, because we agree, we think that solution is better than what's offering. But they never do it, and it's always the voters, it's always the taxpayers that lose out on it. It frustrates the crap out of me so much.
Or delivered.
Well, there has been a lot of consideration happening, and when Cabinet has made final decisions, we will announce them.
That's because, as revealed by Stuff, the
Did you get that? What she's saying is, I don't know. We'll let you know when we know. But at the moment, I don't know.
coalition partners are not all sailing toward the same solution.
What are the three positions of the coalition?
There is no position.
Nicola Willis admitting the conversations are happening party to party, still at the negotiation phase before it even gets into a shape that can be taken to Cabinet to decide on.
There's no formal proposal yet. 9 months on.
There is a formal proposal and it's being discussed between ministers.
They have wasted, question mark, how many millions of dollars whilst we...
Carmel.
Hundreds.
Exactly what I was going to say. The exact word,
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
delay.
Part of the reason the mega ferries were cancelled was due to the cost of the portside infrastructure required.
They're
the cancelled
not
ferries
mega
were to
ferries.
be rail enabled, and one coalition partner in particular is big on rail.
Would Matua Jones, man of the regions, champion of rail, ever let ferries be bought that weren't rail enabled?
As I said, we'll address that issue when the rangatira Winston Peters is back in the country.
Whereas another is big on privatising state-owned assets and enterprises.
ACT's position has long been that we should have a mixed ownership model for SOEs like Kiwi Rail.
The independent advisory group set up.
Nicola Willis is on the ninth floor pulling her hair out because one partner is going, they got to be rail enabled. The other partner is going, only if it's a PPP, and they're going, we're having our feet held to the fire every day. Can we please make a fucking decision on this? And you know what? You go to bed with the devil, mate. You know, you gotta pay your dues. That's what you're finding out right now. If you go with any means to gain power, which Luxon did do, any means to gain power, then at some stage it's going to bite you in the ass, and it's biting you in the ass right now, Chewy.
Do you think that they will put two and two together here? Now, cast your mind back, people. Cast your mind back to the election when New Zealand First were polling under the threshold. They were not getting a sniff in. It was ACT and National until Luxon refused to rule them out. That opened up the door. People flocked to, well, flocked is probably too descriptive a word for.
They got their walking frames out. They went up with their walking
infirm
frames.
And the medically dubious. To run to New Zealand First, and that's what put them in this position. Like, if Luxon had shut the fuck up, or just said, "Yeah, I'm not working with someone that's got as many kooks around him as Winston Peters," New Zealand First would not be there. I am firm in this belief they would not be there, and it would have just been National and ACT agreeing to privatise the ferries.
Yeah, and that's
would have been done by now.
Winston always talks about being the handbrake, and Labor looked at it like, oh my God, he was the handbrake. But now there might be many New Zealanders on the left going, thank God he's there to be the handbrake. So, you know, I guess that's Winston. He's always said that, and maybe it's proving true. I mean, to have it not be rail enabled would be the biggest mistake in the world. The loss of productivity, the cost getting off a train, going onto a truck, going onto it, getting off that truck and going onto a train again is just nonsensical. It's utterly ludicrous. So I hope he sticks by it.
How do you feel about the media constantly describing iRex as mega ferries?
Well, they're bigger than the ones we've got now.
As you heard, it kind of fucks me off because they're not mega ferries. They're just appropriate ferries, modern ferries.
Yeah.
They're not mega ferries. It's not like we bought a P&O cruise ship, gilded it and put it into action.
Like, that's what you want, though. Second-hand Corolla.
It's just a more appropriate ferry. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, 2 times in one night, we sung the praises of David Seymour in our first story, and I guess we're singing the praises right now of Winston Peters. And people who say we live in our echo chamber, you're probably right most of the time, but we're also fair when we need to be, when something is done by people on the right, by politicians on the right, that warrant a congratulatory golf clap. Well done. Well done, sirs.
Up to find a ferry solution recommended KiwiRail should no longer run the Cook Strait ferries. If it didn't end up with KiwiRail, would it be a bottom line for you that the ferries remained in public ownership?
No, look, let's just tie-ho. There'll be a host of options put on the table, but New Zealand first.
A host of options. So we're going from no options, Nicola Willis saying there is an option, to Shane Jones going, well, you wait and see, there's going to be as many options as there are stars in the sky.
Commitment to KiwiRail is beyond capital.
So an option is to have them in private ownership then?
No, that's not what I said. No.
But is there another public ownership option?
Possibly.
Is there another public ownership option that you were considering?
Look, I'm not going to address any hypotheticals. As soon as we're in a position to make a public announcement about this, we will.
Shane Jones has said there might be.
Good on.
Current commitment is to announce a solution by the end of this year.